At the heart of Active Learning Team's work are the active learning methods that we use in all of our training. So I want to give you a little bit of an insight into what active learning actually means. Active learning goes way beyond the traditional methods of teaching and training, where basically people sit and are given a load of information which they're then expected to go off and apply somehow. Active learning transforms people from passive receivers to active participants in their own learning process. It helps people connect with the learning intellectually, but also physically, emotionally, and it engages the creative parts of their brain. This means that they remember things better and they have more confidence to actually go and try things out in practice in their workplace. But look, I want to show you rather than just telling you. So I'm going to demonstrate active learning methods through a typical Active Learning Team course. In this case, our Mental Wellbeing at Work programme. You're going to see some clips from a real delivery with a group of managers. We begin our course with an active exercise.
This time you cannot be in a group with anyone you're already in a group with. Get yourselves into pairs.
Now this is way more than just an icebreaker. Sure, it gets people up, moving about,
Groups of people with the same shoe size.
getting the blood flowing around their brains, breaking down barriers, getting to know each other, but it does more than just that.
And the statement is, I am confident about dealing with mental health issues in the workplace. I am confident. 0, 10. Run around, put yourself on the scale.
We also use it as a stimulus to begin the discussion of the important issues for the
I
day.
think for me the less confident bit is a bit around managing the risk.
And it enables the trainers to really tune in to the particular needs of a group. Of course, we need to be very aware of barriers that people might face in taking part in an exercise like this, such as mobility impairments, and we always ensure that everybody is comfortable to take part in a way that suits them and that is meaningful. And then we really kick off the learning with a human story, a fictional case study. But no bits of paper here for us. No, we really want to bring this story to life using drama. And the brilliant thing about drama for this kind of work is that you can do just that. You can create a character and then people can sit back and observe this person, and people just love to have an opinion about other people's lives. It's safe to talk about other people's problems, especially if it's a made-up person. The trick is then to connect to the fiction gradually with the real working lives of the participants, and that is exactly what we do through the rest of this course. When we can, we like to use live enacted scenarios, but in this course with just one trainer we use specially created video scenarios. Here we see our character Jim talking to his manager Rob, and Rob is doing a really bad job of it. Now, listen Rob, what I want to talk to you
That is what we're here for, Jim, to talk. But can I just say, first of all, how much we value your work here at the college.
It often helps to begin with how not to do it, the anti-model, because it really stimulates discussion.
What did he want when he went in? I mean, on a practical level, he wanted a couple of days off. He just wanted someone to chat to, probably, didn't he?
And, unfortunately, often chimes with the real experiences of people in work. As you'll see, we'll come back to Jim later in the course. Of course, we need to do some more traditional teaching as well. And we make this as engaging as possible by supporting the words with visual presentations. But no death by PowerPoint. No endless lists of bullet points for us. It's important to get the group working in different ways. We do a lot of large group work where our facilitation skills are absolutely vital to make sure that everybody is involved in the discussion. But also small groups. People sometimes prefer to share in a small group setup, And so we always allow what we call reflection groups that give people the space to think about their own learning and to direct it by formulating questions. We put in another active exercise to get the blood flowing, get them re-engaged after a break. And then we use discussion of what they've just done in the room to connect to their real working lives. And it raises discussion in an entirely different way. In this case, they're talking about the kinds of dangers there may be in their work to their mental well-being. We use experiential exercises that allow people to experience a particular physical, emotional state or a thinking process right there and then together in the room in order to learn from it. Here, the group are experiencing a brief mindfulness exercise to really underpin how mindfulness works.
Now just listen to any sounds you can hear that are coming from outside the room.
And then we come back to our character Jim, this time to consider how we can do a better job of managing him. We come back to him on video first, so that the group can practice one of the skills that they learnt about earlier. Here, it's how to spot the signs that someone might be experiencing problems with their mental health. Sorry. Can't seem to shake that. And then we actually bring Jim into the room and use role play to explore and experiment with how a manager can best help him.
You need a prop.
I can hide behind it. No,
Okay, that's making me, as Jim, feel really, really like cold.
Do you want your coat?
No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll live with the scarf. Gemma, thank you very much. A proper round of applause. I mean, everyone's busy, aren't they? You know, we've got a lot of pressure on at the moment. My teams, we've got some difficult projects on at the moment. So
Okay.
everyone's in the same boat, really.
Yeah. But how is that affecting you and your workload, though?
Now, we are very familiar with role play trauma and the fear that people have of using role play. All I can say is that it's all about how it's done. And we are experts in using role play to create a useful and enjoyable learning experience. So I've given you an idea of the kind of journey we take our participants on. What about the destination where we leave them at the end of the learning experience? Well, we want people to leave feeling inspired, feeling full of new ideas and information. We really want them to feel confident that they can actually put these things into practice, and they need a plan to do that. So in the latter part of our course, we leave groups plenty of time to think about what they've learned, to consider whether there's anything else they need to know, to thrash out any unresolved issues, and then to decide what they are going to do, to formulate an action plan that they are going to take forward. There we are, a quick insight into some of our active learning methods. So get in touch. Let us help you activate your training.